Welcome back to another episode. I'm your gracious host David, and today I'll be reviewing the Amazon FireHD 10 tablet. A friend wanted to get the tablet to draw art on for her channel and wanted to find something affordable. I came across the FireHD tablet and wanted to see if it's a good alternative to the more expensive iPad Pro. A lot of reviews were saying how good this tablet was, and I needed to see it for myself. I'll be investigating whether the FireHD has a good responsive screen, available apps, and more. Right out of its package, the polished screen and matte finished back feels good to the touch. The FireHD has 3 buttons: power, increase and decrease volume. There's a 3.5mm jack for your headphones, and a USB-C port if you want to attach peripherals to it. There's even a micro SD card slot for when you want to transfer videos and photos to your desktop computer. There's 2 cameras, a front-facing camera for video conference calls and or selfies, and a rear-facing one. Using this tablet for several days, the FireHD did have a battery life up to 12 hours. This was after doing a lot of reading, browsing the web, watching video, and listening to music. Of course, your mileage might vary based on device settings, usage, and other factors such as sleep time after inactivity and downloading content. Remember, certain software features or apps may reduce battery life. In terms of touch responsiveness, FireHD is immediate and I haven't experienced lag or delay when switching between apps, but this might be because I didn't have a lot of things open. The Amazon App Store carries a lot of popular social media and news apps. There's Disney, Netflix, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Washington Post, and more. Do you need several types of apps? Just go to the category tab and you'll see that you have 28 of them. If this tablet will be used by children, make sure you configure the parental settings so they don't download paid gaming apps. Download speed is fast, so you don't have to worry about it taking too long. So let's talk about camera quality. It's terrible. The FireHD has a 2-megapixel front and rear-facing cameras with 720p HD video recording, which explains why it feels like I'm shooting with a potato. The video is pixelated and rough. In low lighting, the quality drops even further, so much that I recommend you just record videos with your smartphone. The microphone on this is cheap, so don't expect audio playback to be crisp or even good. Objects that are far away look really flat, and you can even see this chromatic aberration going on the edges of the trees and other objects. I tried color grading the footage, but it looked so bad that I left it in RAW form. Taking photos is the same, bland and rough. In these photos, you can see how the text on the bins are blurry and even seems to have a glow around the text. This is because there's no image stabilization on it like you might find in a high-end smartphone. Here are some of the photos I've taken and let me know what you think in the comments. A quick control panel is available when you swipe from the top of the screen to the bottom. You can turn on and off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Alexa activation, and more. You'll see your email messages, current news, and other notifications depending on the apps you've downloaded. Show mode means they will turn your Fire tablet into an Echo Show, making the apps larger and improving the viewing experience. The FireHD comes with Alexa voice activated tech as well. Here, I ask Alexa to open the YouTube app. If you don't say the wake word plus the instruction clearly, the program won't work, just like I did here when I want to open up Spotify. People have different needs from the tablet. Fortunately, the FireHD has several settings to customize it to your preference. You can configure your connected devices, notifications, storage, security and privacy, and so much more. As I mentioned earlier, if you have kids that will be playing with it, you need to go to the parental controls and configure it accordingly, or you'll be shocked at all the things your child might have downloaded. You can download books from the Kindle store and read it on the tablet. Personally, the device is too large to hold comfortably for long periods. That's what my Kobo Clara e-reader is for. The storage is 32GB, but it's really 25.3GB, which would be more than enough to hold hundreds and thousands of ebooks available. Let's say you like comic books. The Kindle carries digitalized comic books like The Amazing Spider-Man from 1999 to 2013 and so much more. Maybe comic books aren't your thing. Well, there's mangas like Attack on Titan, Naruto, and more available. Whatever you like reading, there's a good chance that it's available in the Kindle store. Here's the instructions on how to set up your Amazon Kids account. It's simple enough and it should allow you to monitor your kids' online activity. What if you're a creative professional and you need to draw user interfaces and designs for clients? Surprisingly, there's no Adobe apps like Photoshop or Illustrator. This is because the tablet runs on FireOS, which is based on Android but isn't Android. I'm surprised the tablet team made their own OS when there's the Android platform which has so much more apps available. Plus, it seems obvious that companies wouldn't want the developers making apps for such a niche OS. That said, there is a way that you can get the Google Play Store on the tablet. If you want me to do a tutorial on this, leave a comment below. Since I couldn't find a good drawing app, I'm using an online browser. But let me be honest, it's not the same as a dedicated app. The online browser is not optimized for the FireOS and is facing issues of glitching, and when I want to switch drawing tools, there's a noticeable delay. Not everyone is able to afford iPads, but the FireHD is a reasonably priced tablet that I think the average person would buy. So it's up to the big tech companies to target this tablet and create dedicated apps like it would for iPad or an Android tablet. Personally, I don't like the tablet's keyboard, not because it's bad, but it doesn't feel comfortable. Connecting my mechanical keyboard to the tablet improved my comfort level so much so that I was sending several detailed emails from it. Why stop at a keyboard? You can connect your wireless mouse and wireless headphones as well. FireOS keys appears to follow Windows, not Mac. In other words, the Command and Option keys on Mac won't work on the tablet. Fortunately, my keyboard can switch between the two operating systems, so this wasn't even a problem for me. The FireHD's display is just okay. My previous video on the wireless headphone was shot in 4K, but watching it on the YouTube app, it looks like it was filmed in 720p. For the average person, this may not matter to them as long as they can get the info they need. For example, if you're following a cooking recipe or some repair and installation tutorial, it doesn't matter if it's 4K or not. The colors of their videos can be exaggerated. The red beanie is way too bright, making it look flat on some angles and even matches with the orange escape key. So if you plan to use this for ultra high definition entertainment or color sensitive work, you'll have to look elsewhere. So let's talk about sound quality. It's okay. Generally the audio will come off as flat, but that's okay for some people. When prepping dinner, I was listening to a podcast and was mostly focused on what was being said, so it might be the same for you. But what about music? The Spotify app is clearly optimized for FireOS. The developers figured out that audio hardware isn't the best, but still managed to develop an app that made music sound actually good from it. This app proves that some, but not all companies are focused on delivering a consistent and positive user experience regardless of what device you're on. In the end, the FireHD tablet is a decent and affordable tablet for the masses. There are a lot of areas of improvement for this tablet, but it shouldn't deter you from getting it for a family member or friend. If you like this video, subscribe to the Definitive channel for tech reviews, and I'll see you in the next episode.